D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you every week with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can read them and come up with your own thing, or you just watch this video and I'll break it all down for you, and then again, we can talk about it down below. Also, before I get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine always get pushed to the back of the line. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and get started? And we'll start off by story number 1. And it looks like Ariana Grande and Cynthia Revo have been cast as Glinda and Elphaba in the upcoming Wicked movie. Now, Wicked is an award-winning. Now, Wicked is a Tony Award-winning musical that is a prequel / side companion to The Wizard of Oz. And I'll get into that just a little bit more. Now, this is going to be directed by John M. Chu. Now, I don't know if you like him, but I personally don't think he's that great of a director. He recently directed Crazy Rich Asians and then In the Heights, which had some, problems and everything. But yeah, so let's get into the 2 ladies of this story. So it looks like Ariana Grande is going to be playing Glinda. Now, if you don't know who Ariana Grande is, she is a singer, a musical artist, and she's good. I enjoy her music and everything, and she's very pretty. Acting wise, she was on the show Victorious, and I have to be honest with you, I don't know her acting abilities except for what she did on like SNL and stuff, just because I've never watched that show Victorious, so I have no idea what it's all about. I have no idea her acting abilities in that show, but she does look a lot different from now than she did in that show. So thank you. Next we have Cynthia Revo. And you may know her from stuff like Harriet. She was also in Bad Times at the El Royale. And then she was also in the show The Outsider. And I just have to say, I'll get into my ideas about these 2 ladies in just one second. So a prequel to The Wizard of Oz, Wicked tells the story of everything leading up to Dorothy's arrival in Oz. In its original Broadway run, Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth play frenemies Elphaba, who would become the Wicked Witch of the West, and Glinda, the Good Witch, with Broadway theaters. And then Wicked, this is a film adaptation and has been a long time coming. I mean, people have been waiting for this forever, and was most recently stalled by Stephen Daldry's departure as the director last October. And that was due to scheduling conflicts, as they say. I don't know if that's 100% true, and we don't know. So Stephen Schwartz, who penned the musical and the lyrics to the Broadway show, is adapting the screenplay with Winnie Holtzman. Mark Platt, who produced the Broadway musical, is set to also produce this film. Now, as far as the casting goes of these 2 ladies, I'm not 100% sold that this was the right choice for either role. Ariana Grande, I know she's been, chiming to get into this movie forever, and I get it, but at the same time, I don't know if she's the best fit for Glinda. Same thing with Cynthia Revo. Now, I'm saying this in the sense that I know Ariana Grande can sing. That's good. And I think that should be number 1. But I don't know if Ariana Grande can act. I mean, like I said, I've only seen her in the SNL stuff. And listen, just because you can do, an SNL skit doesn't mean you can act. I'm sorry, but so what and everything. So, but we'll see. Obviously, I have no choice in the matter. I've got to deal with it. Now, as far as Cynthia Revo goes, a Black woman has played Elphaba before, which I don't have a problem with a Black woman playing Elphaba. I'm just not 100% sold that Cynthia Revo is the best choice. And the reason for that is I don't know if she can sing. I mean, she did sing in Bad Times at the El Royale, but I mean, it wasn't memorable, or at least it wasn't to me. So I don't know. But again, at the same time, I reserve the right to change my opinion. And I do wish nothing but the best for these ladies. I do hope it works out because I love Wicked. I think it's great. I will be honest, they kind of waited too long, in my opinion. Like, I'm kind of not interested in this movie in the sense that I'm not excited for it. But when it comes out, I'll definitely go see it in the theater opening weekend because I do love this musical. They better not cut out any songs like they usually do in some of these musical adaptations. It's super obnoxious and annoying, and nobody likes it. Nobody. Don't cut any songs. So, all right. So that's my first story of this week. So for my second story of this week, Gael Garcia Bernal will star in Marvel's Werewolf by Night Halloween special. Now, if you don't know who Gael Garcia Bernal is, I hope I'm saying his name right. I'm probably not, but whatever. He has been in movies such as Babel, Blindness. He voiced Hector in Coco, and he was recently in the movie Old by M. Night Shyamalan. He will be playing Jake Gomez. And now I don't really know Jake Gomez, and I really don't know Werewolf by Night as far as the comic book go, but he's basically just a werewolf. So his power set is he's a descendant of this is Jack Russell, who was the first Werewolf by Night, and he is a descendant of a mythically altered offshoot of humans known as lycanthropes. And during the night of the full moon and the 2 nights surrounding it, he is forced to mutate into a werewolf, a large, powerful form, which is a hybrid of human and wolf, and loses his human intellect. Now, I have to just say that, and like I said, he's going to be playing Jake Gomez, and then he has basically the same transformation abilities as Jack Russell. So that's why I put in Jack Russell's stuff there. Now, I do have to say also that I don't know. It's basically just a werewolf story, which I think is great. And they have said that I do believe this is going to be tied in with Moon Knight and Blade. I think Marvel is doing a good job going into that supernatural section of their comic books. It's always a good choice to evolve your stories and take it in new directions, because it gives everybody, a better a plethora of selection, if you will. Now, this is going to be the werewolf adaptation. This live adaptation will be the debut of Werewolf by Night, and it's coming to Disney Plus as a Halloween special centered around the character, and it will be set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And like I said, I really don't know too much about this character as far as that goes, but if it's on Disney Plus, and a Halloween special is a great idea. I mean, that's a fantastic idea to introduce this character to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and then later on in like a movie, say Blade or a Moon Knight, because Moon Knight's going to be a show though also. So we'll see. Like I said, I'll watch anything Marvel puts out. Although Eternals, man, pretty rough. All right, so that's my second story of the week. So for my third and final story of the week, and this one really caught me by surprise. Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron has been put on hold indefinitely. Now, if you don't know who Patty Jenkins is, she's a director, obviously, but she directed Wonder Woman 1984, and Monster. Those are her most notable stuff, unless there's something I missed, but it doesn't even matter. So what is Rogue Squadron? Well, in case you don't know, it's a series of video games, and that was put out by Factor 5 and LucasArts or Nintendo. For Nintendo, sorry, because that was the publisher, and then the developer was Factor 5 and LucasArts. But this is a series that deals with the Rebel Alliance unit Rogue Squadron, who, under the command of Luke Skywalker and Wedge Antilles, use starfighters to engage and defeat the Galactic Empire. The games are set during episodes A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back and The Return of the Jedi, and recreate the battles that take place during those films, notably the Battle of Hoth, which is in every Rogue Squadron game in one form or another. Both the GameCube and Rogue Squadron games feature make making of documentaries, which I think is interesting. It'll be interesting. It would have been interesting to to see if they would have done it that way in the movie. They would have done it like documentary style. And you know what I'm talking about, like kind of like a la The Office, where they talk to people, but then they show stuff going on. It would be interesting to see if that's how they done it, or if they done it like, you know, a regular kind of movie. Now, Patty Jenkins did tell a story about how her dad was a fighter pilot, and that kind of shaped her and everything, and how she was, you know, in the fighter pilot family kind of thing. So she saw what her dad went through and stuff like that. And I thought it was interesting and would have been a really great perspective as far as that goes, but we would have seen if it would have went woke and everything. Now, this is all due to Patty Jenkins' schedule. Okay, apparently she has too busy of a schedule, so to where she can't direct it in 2022 and then have it out by 2023. After that went down, it was later removed from the calendar. Now, there have been some rumblings going on the internet that things are changing over at Lucasfilms, and that Kathleen Kennedy might be out, hopefully. And that all of her projects, such as The Acolyte and this Rogue Squadron, I can't think of anything else, are now off the table. They're no longer going to be put into production. They no longer have the green light, and they will no longer be made. Now, indefinitely doesn't mean that forever, but indefinitely pretty much means forever. I mean, it's pretty much not. It's been shelved, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to get made. Now, if it does get made, that's great. I love X-Wing and Star Fighter battles in space and stuff like that. So I'm not opposed to this. I wonder if they would have done Luke Skywalker and Wedge Antilles and all those, and what portion of the story this would have taken place in. But we'll never know. We'll never know. But yeah, an interesting develop over there at Lucasfilms. I wonder what's going to go down. We'll know by the end of the year, because that's when Kathleen Kennedy's contract is up, from what I understand. So either she's going to get an extension or she's going to get put on her ass. Hopefully it's the latter. All right, guys, those are my 3 stories. Tell me, what did you guys think about these 3 stories? How do you feel about Ariana Grande and Cynthia Revo being cast as Glinda and Elphaba, respectively, in Wicked, the live action movie? Are you excited about this? Are you not excited about this? Do you think these were the best choices, or do you think they should have picked somebody else for either role? If you think Ariana Grande is great, but Cynthia Revo is not the best choice, who do you think they should have cast as Elphaba? And vice versa, who do you think they should have been cast as Glinda? Also, how do you feel about Gael Garcia Bernal being cast as Jake Gomez in the Werewolf by Night Halloween special for Disney Plus? Do you think it's a good idea to make this a Halloween special? I personally do. I think it's a great idea, especially for Disney Plus. They always need content over there. And I like I said, you know, who doesn't love a good werewolf story, right? So I think that, and this is great casting. I think Gael Garcia Bernal, if you see him in Old, he did a really good job there. So I'm you know, excited for this project. And then how do you feel about Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron over at Star Wars getting put on the shelf indefinitely? Do you think that this was a good choice? Are you bummed about this? Do you like Patty Jenkins? Do you love the Rogue Squadron? Have you played all those games? I don't know if I played any of them. I don't think I have. I think I would remember if I had, but I don't think I have. But I do love Star Wars. I love that whole universe. I love being in that universe. I love the starships. I love the species, the characters, all that good stuff. Bounty hunters are the best. Anyways, so go ahead, you guys, and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next Sunday on my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye.
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my Week in Review.